This is for those of you who are interested in Qigong and are also into working out as martial artists or bodybuilders. Most of the Qigong that is presented to the public is what I call wimpy Qigong. It's perfectly fine for weaklings, doesn't require much strength, it doesn't provide much physical exercise, and it does not build vitality very much. Vitality is essential to increase chi power. And vitality comes mostly from being in excellent physical condition and having good strength and muscle tone. So, since Tien Shan Qigong is all about cultivating chi power for spiritual growth and other things, it also works on vitality. Now, the way Mr. Young did this with me, it was pretty strenuous. I was strong enough, but it was kind of difficult for me. And I was talking to this guy online who met a Red Boat Wing Chun master who was living in Singapore, and he did some Qigong with that master, and he said it was brutal. It was strenuous. And that's what they used to do in the Red Boat Wing Chun, or the Red Boat Opera, to build up their strength and vitality. In other words, it was some seriously heavy-duty Qigong or Neikong for building vitality and chi power. And like I said, most Qigong is too easy. It doesn't build vitality. It's kind of a joke, as far as I'm concerned. So, another thing is, once I had a couple, man and woman couple, come and visit my house in Seattle. We did the Qigong, and they did it well enough, but when we were done, the woman flopped on the floor and started going like that, you know. And the guy said, you know, from a distance that doesn't look like much of a workout. So this video is how to use Tien Shan Qigong to make it more of a workout. I found that doing it the way I liked was too hard for most people and they would drop out. So I started doing it in more of a wimpy manner. But what you need to know is if you do wimpy Qigong, you will develop wimpy energy. So that's not our cup of tea. So anyway, there is Tai Chi is a type of Qigong, and I can use that as an example. They have what's called old man style and young man style. And I'll give you an example of a movement from Chen Tai Chi, which goes kind of like this. Okay, that's done in a pretty easy manner. Now, if you're going to do it old man style, for example, you would go something like this. You wouldn't back your foot up too far, you wouldn't go down too far, and you wouldn't go too low, like this. But if you want to do it young man style, you'd go like this. Go way down, reaching here, and you'd go over here with a really low stance. So that's a lot more work, particularly for the legs. So that's just an example. Now, I'll show you an example from some of the Tien Shan movements. Now there's, of course, people who are weak and want to do Tien Shan can do it wimpy style. You can make the exercises easier or harder. Now let's take one exercise, for example, where you go like this, reach down into the ground, you lift up. This is like opening a ball of energy. Then you reach to the horizon. And go like this. Okay? That's the easy way. The way we did it with Mr. Young is we get down like this, bend over further, and lift our hands up slowly. Okay, this is still pretty easy. But then when you reach, you get down low, you put all your weight on this leg, so it's really working. This foot comes up, so you're really reaching and leaning, so this leg's really working. And this strengthens all the muscles on the side of your body. And then you bring your hands together, then you go to the other side. Once again, you go low, you reach, get really low here, and then lift up. So if you do that several times, you'll find out it's pretty hard work. So once again, the young man style, the old man style, or the easy way would be to go like this, here. That's how most Qigong teachers would teach it. Another thing you can do to make it more of a workout is to run the video slower. For example, if you do a movement fast, if you go like this, it's easy. But if you go slow and you hang out over here for a while, like this, and get down low, you take your time, then it's a lot more work. So that's two things you do. Go lower, you spread your feet farther apart. To make it easier, have your feet closer together. And then you're not working out very much. But to make it hard work, take a wide stance. Get down low. Now there's a lot of amateurs in Qigong who say, oh, your feet should be pointing straight ahead. But you know what they say about people who say things can only be done one way? I won't bother telling you. But anyway, put your feet here so they're comfortable, okay? Now if you take too wide of a stance, it's not that comfortable to go down low. So you've got to find a stance where you can sink down nice and low, like this, and hold that so it's comfortable with your knees and your feet. Your feet normally should be pointing in the same direction your thighs are. None of this bullshit, unless you want to fuck up your knees. So go low, go slow, and lean and reach. So you can apply the same principle to all the movements in Tien Shan. There's one, for example, where we go like this. Go here, go over there, and you reach here. Okay, this is pretty easy. So, when our hands are up here, we are standing more up straight, right? But then we go down lower and lower like this. And then when we get down here, that's when it gets hard. So if you want to do it the easy way, you can just kind of bend over more, go like this. But if you want to do it so it's more of a workout, you keep your body more vertical and you sink down like this. So then you can try it. Go way over here, reach, so all the weight's on this leg. And go over here and reach once again. So you're going back and forth like this. That's pretty hard, right? And then you're leaning, reaching. It strengthens all the muscles on your side. So, and also there's more leaning. For example, some people see this and they don't lean very much. They go over here and they go over there, but their body's pretty vertical, right? So what you want to do is you want to lean like this. Even when you get up here, leaning, weights on this side. When you go up, you can stay low, for example. It's kind of like sitting on a bench and scooting back and forth on the bench. You can go up here, and you can lift this foot up. That puts more weight on this foot. Leaning, leaning. I'm going faster, just to show you. So this is curving your body this way, it's curving your body that way. So it's an excellent workout for martial artists and bodybuilders who have seen Qigong and think it's too wimpy. This Qigong can be made so it's not wimpy.